View rather than walk around and check. Let's go. On a graph, a blank represents two quantities that change in relation to each other at a constant rate. On the graph, what would it look like? Linear function would be acceptable. That's one answer I could put there. What else could I put? Straight line. What else could I put? Same as linear function. I could say linear relation. They'd be fine. The best answer on a graph would be straight line, yes? But I will accept anything like that. I'm not going to fill it in because there's too many words to fit in there. I need to see the word straight or line somewhere to get that mark. A graph whose points are not connected. Discrete. A graph of continuous. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I discussed this with you. Technically, continuous data is just infinite points. So close together, it creates a straight line. Everybody understands that very subtle difference, yes? Okay. 3 marks there. Thanks, buddy. Way to go. Well, you know, there's a garbage can right there, right?
But this one's out of the class. So
Uh-huh. I don't think he got the gag, no. Because he's used to me making fun of him. Measure the steepness of the line. D. A relation in which the value of the independent variable is related to exactly one value of the dependent variable. A, that's a function. 3. F. 4. C. 5. Pardon? B. 6. E. Well done. 6 marks there. Now this causes trouble every year. I wasn't here to explain it. These are the choices. There's the questions. Every year kids are like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Did you turn the page? Okay, so this one right here. What possible values can I have for x? Any number. It doesn't matter what the number is. Can I square it? Can I then multiply it by 3? Can I then subtract 4? Every possible value of x. So, which ones of these allow me every possible value of x? B, because x is all the real numbers. C, because x is all the real numbers. And that's it. Has to be B or C. So now I got to check my y's. What is the lowest value I can have for a y? -4, because when x is 0, 0 minus 4 is -4, right? When x is 1, that's going to be 3 minus 4, it's -1. So I can't go lower than -4, right? How high can I go? Infinite. So my y's have to be greater than or equal to -4. Where's that? Or, oh shoot, there should be an equals there. Oh well, it is C. Well, the best answer is y is greater than 4, right? Even though y can equal 4, the best answer of your choices is C. Oh, does it say 4? Oh, that's where the mistake. Yeah, there should be a negative there. Damn it. That bothers me. Proofread your work. Oh, good. That's fine. It's a mistake. It's a typo. Whatever. It can't possibly be B either, though, right? So, I guess everyone's getting a free mark, and I got to fix that. I'd ask one of you to remind me, but that's like asking you to throw your garbage out where it belongs. So there's, or sign up to donate gifts. So I'm not going to bother. I'm going to try to remember to fix it. And as you all know, my hair is gray and I am balding and sliding ever quicker into dementia, so I will forget anyway. Maybe one of you will be in my Pre-Calc 11 class and can say, hey, did you ever fix that question? And I'll be like, yeah. And then you'll look away and I'll be like, and I'll fix it then. Shut it.
That was aggressive. That shut it.
So let me get this straight. I got to sit here and let you laugh at me.
No, I never laughed at
You
you.
laugh at me all the time.
Yeah, a lot of times. But,
Yes. So I got to sit here and take it, but I can't dish it out.
I mean, I guess.
No, not I guess. That's exactly what you're saying. You guys are all real keen to dish it out, but as soon as you got to take it, you're like Chandler on Friends. You know I can only dish it out and can't take it. That's all y'all. 8. What's 8? What's 8? Let's check. All real numbers for the domain between 0 and 4. The domain would be the input. What would be the input here? What are the two things being counted? What are the two variables in number 8? Those aren't variables, those are numbers. What are the two variables in number 8? Height and time. Which one is independent? Time, because time's always independent. Time can go from the whole ride lasts 4 minutes. So when you sit down in the ride, you start the time. What time is that? 0. Ride ends, you get out. What time is that? 4 minutes. At any point during the ride were you not existing? No. So it's every single number from 0 to 4. Excellent. What about height? Two to 13, so it did have to be E. 9. What's my lowest range value? Or domain. I'll take either one. I don't care. Lowest range value is what? No. -5. Up to 5. 4. And what's my lowest domain value? -2 up to 4. So my domain was -2 to 4. My range was -5 to 4. A. And lastly, can I take any single number in the universe and divide it by 2? And then add 6 to it. So my domain is every real number and my range is every real number. B. Out of 4 marks. Now, this question, describe a possible scenario. Is there a right answer? No. Are there factors that I would look at to give me a right answer? Yes. What do I need to say for this part here? Anything that could get me a right answer. Something that tells me you understand something that is going on in that section. Jacob.
For 2 kilometers at a constant speed of 8 kilometers an hour.
I like that. That's like the A+ answer. So in section A, she rode 2 km in 15 minutes at a constant rate of 8 kmh. Whew! That is an A+ answer to that section. Nicely done. What would you do then here? What's the second section? She rode 4 km in how long? In 15 minutes at a constant rate of of 16 kmh. Whoo! We are cruising for the A+. And then what did she do here? She rode home, nice, at a constant rate, or 6K in how long? 30 minutes. She rode home 6K in 30 minutes at constant rate of 12 kmh. That is an A+ answer. In the new scale of marking, that I would give you 4 out of 4. Everybody understand? 1 out of 4, she rode away, then she rode home. Everybody with me? 2 out of 4, she rode for a while, she sped up, she rode home. 3 out of 4, she rode for 15 minutes. With all this but minus the actual rates would be a 3 out of 4. Is everybody cool? You give yourself what you feel you should get. Use decimals if you need to. If you're like, oh, I did a little bit more, I'm going to give myself 3.5. Everybody cool? Here would be a good example of 3.5. If you wrote this rate at 2 km per 15 minutes. Because that's not a rate, is it? We wouldn't say we drive down the street at 30 kilometers per 15 minutes, would we? Okay. Everybody cool?
It's actually pretty slow for a bike, to be honest.
When I bike, I average 20 kilometers an hour.
Yeah.
She's pretty slow. But the longest I've ever ridden my bike at one shot in a row has been 105 kilometers. So I don't know if I would be faster or slower if I was having to go further than that. But in one day I rode 105 kilometers and it averaged out to 20k an hour. All around Vancouver. All around Vancouver. Another time I rode my bike to Powell River. But that doesn't really count because I rode my bike to the first ferry and then got on a ferry. Then rode my bike 80 kilometers, then got on a ferry, and then rode my bike another 30 kilometers. I did that when I was your guys' age.
Was the Vancouver thing like, did you take breaks or did you just
Straight through. I used to be fit. Exactly. No, it doesn't feel bad. I'm old. I could still do it now if I wanted to.
Then how are you less fit if you can still do it now?
All right. Linear or non-linear? Linear. Even though there's no line because I went up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1. Linear. Linear or non-linear? Non-linear. Why? Exponent. Ooh, tricky. Linear or non-linear? Hard to tell from here, but I gave you a graph right here. You could have put it on the graph. Non-linear. 1 mark each for out of 3. I gotta pee. I'll be right back. I was trying to hold it, but I'm dancing. All right. A, domain and range on a number line. X, what's the lowest X? 0. What's the next X? 1. They're both included, so close dots. 2, how far does this go? 3. Range. What's the lowest range? -2, it's included. Then 0, it's included. Then 2, it's included. Then 4, it's included. Set notation, that's the squiggly ones with greater than, less than. What are my possible values for R, a radius? What's the smallest radius I can have? Can't be 0. Can it be half? It just can't be 0, right? So 0 is the lowest, but it can't be 0, are greater than or equal to, but it can't equal, because what's the biggest radius I could have? In theory. Infinite.
Well, I thought it was big X. Was that the biggest number you know?
That's pretty good one.
I thought it was X.
Well, we know Jacob thinks prime numbers stop at 5. So it's a legitimate question. And what's the range here? What's the lowest y value I could have, but not actually have? No. Well, if my lowest x value is 0, what would be 0 squared times pi? Yes, you do. What's 0 squared? 0. What's 0 times pi? So what's the lowest y value I could have? 0. And y, what's the biggest one I could have? Go for Myers.
The engine is like a superhero. I like that.
Pretty good.
What's their engine look like?
Probably an A. Yeah.
Go from globe.
Oh, sure. Okay. Bye.
That's actually crazy.
What class do I teach?
Socials.
Just making sure.
What happened?
Well, that person was asking if one of my students was strong enough for pre-diploma science. Wouldn't you call the science teacher? Maybe the kid's not in science right now. Okay, never mind. I take it back. It's a legitimate question. Infinity. And as a list, what are my x's? You just got to list them, man. It says list. -2, 1, 4, 10. What are my y's?
5, 3, 1, -3.
No. What's the smallest y? -3, 1, 3, 5. You cannot do it as a match because it is domain and range, not ordered pairs. 1, 1, 1 for a total of 3. Jovan, hit me.
I listed it in the bracket, so it's like -2.
Okay. Give yourself the mark.
Half the mark.
Full mark, brother. Full mark.
It's a good neighborhood. I got a full mark.
Okay. What's the equation? How much does it cost her to rent the shoes? How much does she pay no matter how much bowling she does? $3. Absolutely correct. So the cost when she walks in the door is $3. Plus how much? 2.5 per game. The game is what's going to change, so we're going to make it G. Or MX, that's fine. Doesn't matter. You could write this in any order. You could have written it as 2.5 G plus 3. Doesn't matter. 2.5x plus 3. 2.5 cube plus 3. 2.5 alpha plus 3. I don't care. 2.5 lightning bolt plus 3. Doesn't matter. That gets you 1 mark. What?
Why do you have to wear bowling shoes? Makes no sense.
No, it does make sense because the crap that is on your feet gets on the bowling alley and ruins it. Huh?
Crap that's on my shoe, but I didn't step
I used to go to university with a guy. He'd be all like, let's go bowling every weekend. He's like, I want to go bowling. It's like, okay, let's go bowling. Every time we went bowling, he would steal the shoes. And he was the richest son of a gun in the whole dorm. He had more money than all the rest of us put together. And he would steal the shoes every time we went. He would go to a thrift store, buy 25-cent shoes so he could go to the bowling alley, leave the 25-cent shoes, and steal another different pair of secondhand shoes.
And then what do you do with them?
He'd wear them around.
Why do you wear bowling shoes?
I don't know. You tell me. That's the type of thing you people would do. Because this guy was doing it when he was in first year university, so he was 18.
I know he's like
That's kind of
subtle.
weird.
Like, why do you
I know that. But there was a weird fashion when I was 18 where you wanted to wear things that you shouldn't be wearing. Like bowling shoes. A lot of, like I worked at 7-Eleven, a lot of people were like, hey man, can I buy your uniform vest? Why? Because I want to wear it. No. I saw one guy walking around with a BC Transit jacket like the bus drivers wear, and he was wearing it like his jacket. He was like 18 years old. It's like, where'd you get that? I found it in Value Village. I'm like, why are you wearing that? Just cuz. Yeah? Okay, I've never understood it.
People just wear like hockey skates too.
You just walk around in skates with the skate guards on?
I mean, like you wear bowling shoes, like why not, right?
Track spikes, wrestling boots, ski boots, clump, clump, clump. Okay, is it a function? Yes, that gets you 1 mark. Why? Why is it a function? Yes, that's a more complicated way of saying every input gives a new output. All the way. I mean, if you were crazy and trying to set the world record for bowling, every game you bowled, you'd pay an extra $2.50. Although, of course, if you were trying to set the world record for bowling, the bowling alley is probably donating their time to you and not making you pay. I don't know what the world record is for continuous bowling, but I imagine it is probably somewhere in the neighborhood of days. Like 12 days or something.
12 days.
Something. Now, if you were like 5 and you use that ramp thing that they have at the bowling alley, I mean, you could do it forever, really.
I mean, hey.
Right? I mean, you don't have to have, your arm's not going to get tired. You put it on the ramp, you let it go. Ooh.
Yeah, you gotta survive off those nasty nachos.
What? Hey, and the gutter bumpers, of course. Hey, I bowl 300. Oh, really? Yeah, I have the gutter bumpers up, but you know.
There's no shame in bumpers.
Yes, there is. Yes, there is. Are you 5?
I'm the best bowler that's ever lived.
There is shame in bumpers. How much did it cost Angela to bowl 4 games?
My ankle injury.
Cost equal 2.5 times 4 plus 3. 2.5 times 4 is 10 plus 3. 10 plus 3 is 13. 2, 4, 5 for that one. Oh, I haven't been keeping track on every page, have I? What an idiot. That page's out of 8. Problems. What is the initial height of each balloon? I'm going to use 2 different colors. Which line is Alaric? Top or bottom? Yes, this is Alaric. So that makes this Carlinda. What is the initial height of each balloon? How far off the ground is Alaric? 10. How far off the ground is Carlinda? 30. 1 mark. Half a mark for each. How fast is each balloon rising?
10 meters.
The red one, Alaric, is going 10 meters per what? Minute. Is that okay? It's for a unit, right? A single thing. 10 meters per minute. What about Carlinda? Oh, she's supposed to be green, not blue. What about Carlinda?
I think it's 19, but I feel like it's wrong. I got 20, but like it's not. I would say
'Kay.
30, but I'm going to say no.
Please excuse the interruption just before the bell. Just
She's
to remind you
15,
that the Amigos
and Carlinda
versus the
is
Good
10.
Boys are battling it out for volleyball in the pit gym. And also
1
that
mark.
the Culture Club has been
We're going to run out of time. We'll finish this tomorrow.
down to the gym. Cheer on your team. Thank you.
Obviously, we didn't finish going over this, so obviously we've got to push our test to Wednesday, don't we?
Oh, really?
Oh, but Wednesday is short. Yeah, that's okay. This test is short. Wednesday is test day. And buy out. Come see us play hockey. And sign up to bring stuff.
Mr. Myers, can I get my mark for the
Not right now because there's like 40 people